speech by Dr. Manmohan Singh in which he said that Muslims have the first right on resources.
Not true. Not true.
You want to talk about the Sachar Committee report or the Ranganath Mission?
No. You're unnecessarily going into issues which Dr. Manmohan Singh didn't talk about, and I don't want to carry this dialogue forward. I'm not a congressman. I'm an independent member of parliament. I've read both manifestos.
Sir, you are completely a congressman even though you've left the Congress.
That doesn't matter. My heart is in that ideology, but I'm not a congressman. Mainstream media captured. We see the discourse on mainstream media.
What is the discourse?
You have not seen it.
Giving sound bites.
Not.
Every day Rahul Gandhi is running.
I think we need massive changes in the law. Massive changes. We need to have a provision in the law that if you change your party mid-term, then you will not be able to fight the next election. Elected governments being toppled over, never in the history of this country, by buying, any number of people to ensure that they are reduced to a minority.
Did anybody go to court that they have been bought over? When they went to court, they lost the case.
One second. Court is not dealing with the issue of buying over.
Yeah, so then...
Right, I am telling you the reality on the ground. If you disagree with me, say so, that they were not bought over. This is just altruism, that people just came and said, कि यार ha, BJP इतनी बढ़िया party, हम गला लगाना चाहते हैं. You know what the PML is? प्रधानमंत्री की लाल आंख. So it's not a golden period for democracy in this country. It is not a golden period for the media of this country. It is not a golden period for the election commission of this country. It's not a golden period for the governors of this country. It's not a golden period for India.
Namaste, Jai Hind. Welcome to another edition of the ANI podcast with Smita Prakash. My guest today has been a politician and an eminent lawyer. You've seen him often on television channels. Kapil Sibal, a product of Delhi and Harvard University, has fought several high-profile cases besides being the additional Solicitor General of India. A long-time congressman, he was in the Dr. Manmohan Singh cabinet. But in 2022, he did something quite stunning. He quit the Congress, criticizing it for inaction and being directionless. But Sibal isn't one for remaining out of power. He entered the Rajya Sabha with the backing of the Samajwadi Party. A long-time critic of Prime Minister Modi and the BJP, Kapil Sibal is the go-to lawyer for the entire opposition, from Aam Aadmi Party to TMC and everyone in between. Thank you, Mr. Sibal, for coming on to the podcast. Since I have a whole host of issues that I want to
ask whatever you like
on judicial issues, but pehle because we are in the middle of elections, तो फिर politics पे,
बिल्कुल
right? So 2 phases over. पहले phase में सब कह रहे थे कि ठंडा है. Election is very ठंडा. PM had said कि 400 पार हो जाएंगे. There seemed to be a resignation in the opposition camp कि ये लोग तो नंबर की बात है. Even Kharge ji said कि 400 क्या 500-600 कह दो आपको चेक कहना है तो. But then in the second round things got a little turbulent. I think it began with your friend Mr. Sam Pitroda's television interview to ANI, in which he talked about that wealth distribution is a good idea. फिर उसको लेके फिर PM ने कहा, फिर राहुल गांधी ने कहा, it became. So what do you think after the end of, since we are filming this before the third round? What
I think मैं देखिए 2 चीज़ें मेरे सामने आती हैं.
जी.
पहली बात तो ये है कि the voter is very silent today, खामोश है. जो 2019 में हमने देखा था that there was a ostensible enthusiasm in the मतदाता के वो चेंज चाहता था और we wanted मोदी जी to continue.
Okay.
वो आज के दिन हम नहीं देख रहे. उसकी वजह कई हो सकती हैं. एक तो फटीग हो सकता है. दूसरा मोदी जी लगता है कि जहाँ हम जाएं, बस स्टैंड पे जाएं तो मोदी जी, एयरपोर्ट पे जाएं तो मोदी जी, किताब पे तस्वीर देखें तो मोदी जी, और आपके आधार कार्ड पे मोदी जी, मतलब कि मोदी 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 मोदी.
कोविड सर्टिफिकेट आधार पे तो सिर्फ
चलिए कोविड सर्टिफिकेट पे मोदी जी अभी सुना है हटा दिया.
हाँ.
ठीक है ना, जो भी है. तो ऐसा है कि जो जब ओवर प्रेजेंस किसी चीज़ की हो जाती है ना, जैसे आप फिल्म दोबारा नहीं देख सकते. यार एक बार देख ली हो गया. अभी तो 2 बार देख ली हमने फिल्म, अब तीसरी बात कैसे कोई देखेगा.
अच्छा, that way you're thinking it's not
fatigue और दूसरा नो डिलीवरी और तीसरा विवादित बयान. मतलब कि अगर कोई बात इश्यूज की तो कर ही नहीं रहा कोई. वो कह रहे हैं कि मंगलसूत्र की बात करो, और संपत्ति की बात करो, किसी एक वर्ग को दे देंगे, छीन लेंगे आप लोगों से, तो ये सब बातें आजकल जनता को पसंद नहीं, मैं समझता हूँ। और अगर आप बेरोज़गारी की बात नहीं करोगे, आपने कोई डिलीवरी नहीं की, तो नेचुरली उसका फिर आपको खमियाजा तो भुगतना पड़ेगा।
You know, till February, March, everybody, at least the media's viewers, कि ये मंदिर वाला इलेक्शन हो जाएगा, पर ये हर हफ्ते इलेक्शन का मसला बदल रहा है, राइट? सो लेट मी कम टू दैट होल थिंग अबाउट द वेल्थ redistribution and the caste census. That's not going away, and it seems a little bizarre that in 2024 we are still talking about caste and religion. It's come back to the basics. It shouldn't be the basics, but it's come back to the basics. We are still talking about, we're not talking about anything else, G20, Mandir, we're not talking about any of that.
No, it's not relevant. And I always used to say, even when the Mandir movement started and Mandir was built and he went for the inauguration, मैं अपने सबको बोलता था कि ये 2-4 दिन ही चलेगा। मुझे मालूम था कि ये ज़्यादा दिन चल नहीं सकता। कितने साल चलाओगे आप मंदिर? जहाँ तक दूसरी चीज़ों का सवाल है, देखिए, some parts of the country are deeply involved in caste. Some parts of the country are not. तो ये जो resonance है,
but it seems like the entire country is involved in it, and
नहीं, पंजाब में नहीं है, ऐसी बात नहीं है जो आप कह रहे हो। कश्मीर में नहीं है, पंजाब में नहीं है।
Punjab is totally involved in caste. That's just it.
No.
It's at that subterranean
caste census
level.
की बात कर रहे हो आप? हाँ, वो नहीं है। If the politics is based on caste is another thing, but caste census is not an issue.
Okay, so caste census
is not an issue in many parts of the country.
When you see what happened was when Rahul Gandhi picked up this whole thing about caste. That's how it happened. The thing was picked up. Tejas was saying caste
much before Rahul Gandhi, there are people in Bihar itself.
Tejasvi picked it up.
So not even Tejasvi, their own people, within the parties in Bihar, this was...
No, social engineering was happening, granted.
That's right.
But unless a Modi or a Rahul Gandhi picks up, it didn't become an issue. Even in the first round, it didn't become an issue. But then what happened was that there were instances where even Rahul Gandhi was saying it during the yatra. When he pointed to a cameraman that, what is your caste? Who's your media owner? What is his caste? But then... when he picked up from Tejasvi probably to say that caste, we'll have to see about redistribution of resources. Even today, he has said this, where he said that what is your caste? If you are 20% of this country's caste and 50% of the wealth is not with you, there will be a redistribution. He's taking ownership of it.
No, let's be clear on it. What does redistribution of resources means? Let's look at fundamentals of this country. The top 1% of this country are privy to the almost 40% of the wealth of this country. And the bottom 20% have none at all, right? Or 40% have none at all. So what is required is the trickle-down effect, which hasn't happened. Rampant capitalism, which we have practiced in this country, which is not even capitalism, it is crony capitalism, where billionaires in this country are increasing by the day. If you talk of tomorrow, there will be another billionaire, right? Now, what the poor people in this
country... So there should be less billionaires?
No, I'm not saying that. Whether there should be less or more is not what I'm talking about. We're talking about concepts that will take the country forward, right? Now, if 1% of the people of this country own the maximum wealth of this country and the balance 80% don't or 99% don't, where does it take the 99%? They don't get education. They don't get health care, they don't get employment, and billionaires are increasing. Surely, this system isn't working. Crony capitalism in this country, as Modi ji has practiced, isn't working.
The other thing which came out during these elections is that speech by Dr. Manmohan Singh, in which he said that Muslims have the first right on resources.
Not true. Factually incorrect. Please read the speech.
He did say that. He said, and he
he said Dalits. One second. He talked of all the marginalized.
Particularly Muslims.
No. So they didn't say only Muslims. Particularly means that all of them, particularly, why? Because they are below the scheduled tribes also.
No,
if you look,
where?
Yes, you look at data.
Which
I'm sorry.
Data?
You take any data.
No, which
Go
data?
to the official data. Official data.
They are not below the Dalits.
You are wrong.
Okay, you want to talk about the Sajja Committee report or the Ranganath Mission?
No, I don't want to talk of any report. Look at the official website of when Dr. Manmohan Singh made that statement. You go, you check it up, and then you come and ask.
That's why I'm asking you. They are not below the Dalits. There's been no survey done.
There has been a survey done. I disagree with you, but I can give you the data later.
So what has happened is that the government at that time went with the Rangana Mishra
You're unnecessarily
report.
going into issues which Dr. Manmohan Singh didn't talk about, and I don't want to carry this dialogue forward because I am part of that government.
Yeah.
I know Dr. Manmohan Singh, and there were no first priority given to the Muslim community in this country.
So
factually speaking.
You were in the cabinet, which is why I'm asking you.
Therefore, I'm telling you.
It was there, and that's why they got it implemented in Andhra Pradesh.
This is what I am telling you.
As a model.
One second. Andhra Pradesh was a decision of the legislature, which was struck down by the court. Right? That was on reservation. You're again, see, I'm sorry. Resources is not reservation. Again, conceptually you're wrong.
No, when you're saying reservation,
you think that Dalits reservation under the constitution is resources?
So
just let's look at.
When you say reservation.
One second. Let me answer your question.
Sure.
Right? Article 14 and Article 15 and 16 have reservation for whom? Backward community, scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Is that distribution of resources?
So when you are talking about they have the first right of
One
resources,
second. No, you are now,
because of Muslims.
You are changing the subject. You talked about Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh talked of reservation. Didn't talk of resources.
How, when you're talking about reservation, you're talking about getting the first right.
Wrong. Right? That means that the first right goes to Dalits under the constitution. First right goes to scheduled tribes under the constitution. First right goes to backward.
Please tell me,
of
because
course
that's
not.
what Dr. Manmohan Singh said.
Again,
have the first
now
right
you are first misinterpreting what Dr. Manmohan Singh, and then you are equating reservation with resources, which is factually incorrect, conceptually incorrect.
Both, it was Muslims who were supposed to get it.
Who said that? Which resources did Muslims get? They got it.
Whether they got it or not, he said they have the right.
So you say for 10 years, Dr. Manmohan Singh did not do what you say that what Modi says he did.
Because
hold on. He did not do it.
I'm not interpreting
you just said
Modi
it.
ji.
You just said
what
it.
I'm saying is, no, I didn't say that.
You just said that he didn't do it. It was a statement, but he didn't do it.
So what I'm saying to you is that Dr. Manmohan Singh said this and Prime Minister Modi picked it up. I'm not saying that what Prime Minister Modi said.
Therefore, Prime Minister Modi is making political capital out of a factual statement that wasn't there.
It is.
One second. In fact, there are two statements. One statement is priority of resources. The other statement is assets. Amit Shah ji is saying that the assets of the country will first go to Muslims, which is a blatantly false statement. Blatantly false statement. Dr. Manmohan Singh never talked of assets. You want me to give you that statement of Amit Shah?
Two separate issues. One was on Prime Minister Singh talking about resources, the manifesto saying assets.
Which manifesto says assets?
The Congress manifesto says that we believe now.
Show me. You just read it for me.
When the Congress manifesto,
once you make that statement.
Interpretation of that.
Now you have contradicted yourself. You said Congress manifesto says it. Now you say interpretation.
So, yes, because 1 minute. According to Chidambaram ji, he says CAA ko hum hata denge.
Now don't go to CAA. We'll come to CAA. First, let's stick to that topic.
When you're talking about the manifesto.
Yes, miss, you can't be interviewing me and changing topics. You
why not?
You just said Congress manifesto says
manifesto
assets.
Manifesto talks about equitable distribution.
Of what?
I don't have it at present.
Of assets.
Of equitable exact word.
One second, I'll tell you the words. Article 39 of the Constitution, 39B says, the resources of the community shall be so distributed as to subserve the common good. This is what the manifesto says. Tell me what's wrong.
So now, when you say that interpretation is different.
No. Tell me what's wrong with this. Is the Constitution.
Though that's fine. Am I arguing about the Constitution? What I'm saying is that when the Congress picks it up, then it's equal game for the.
So if the Congress picks up words of the Constitution, it is wrong.
So what they have said, what Prime Minister Modi said.
Prime Minister Modi is used to making statements which are far away from the truth. Prime Minister Modi also said that the Mangal Sutra of Hindu women will be given over and the assets will be taken and given to those who produce more children.
All right.
Please answer that.
Yeah, I will.
Why did he say that?
So
is that the truth?
So let me answer this. What the BJP says is that when it talks about when he was talking to the audience, this is off the record, that briefing that we have. It's not been explained on. Now, what they say is that when Rahul Gandhi says sabka forensic audit hoga to see who has how much wealth, which caste has or which community or which grouping.
If you ask me
something,
okay.
Right? So who has wealth, and depending on jitni abadi utna hak, it goes off to those people. Now the point is that when you talk about equitable distribution of wealth, when in a political speech, when you're talking to rural women, when you are talking to rural men, rural women से आप क्या बात करोगे? उनके पास क्या है resources? उनके पास, they don't have access to resources, right? It's the men in the family who have assets and access to resources. The women only have stridhan. The women only have their mangal sutra and the gold that they wear. So when you say that आपका जायजा लिया जाएगा कि तुम्हारे पास है कितना, how much land do you have, how many houses, how many scooters, how many tractors, how much borewell, then women के पास, तुम्हारे पास क्या है? So when again it is an interpretation which I'm saying
you can
again.
Interpret anything, like I can interpret your questions as saying that
no,
you are asking
me that why did the president, the prime minister say
the prime minister is saying this because he wants votes on the basis of falsehood.
Okay.
Let me be clear on it. Nobody, no Congress manifesto says this, no Congress manifesto talks of it. I'm not a congressman. I'm an independent member of parliament. I've read both manifestos.
Sir, you are completely a congressman even though you've left the Congress.
My heart is in that ideology, but I'm not a congressman.
You quit the Congress because
my heart is in that ideology. I said so openly. I've said so since the beginning. But the fact of the matter is I'm interpreting it as a citizen of this country.
Okay.
Right? And the BJP manifesto, when it says कि आपको इतना पैसा तो अब दे रहे हैं, जब हम आएंगे तो आगे भी देंगे. That's bribery. That's bribery. That's taking votes on this. आगे भी हम आपको पैसा देंगे, आप हमें वोट कीजिए.
Isn't the Congress doing the same thing?
I am not asking I am not here for the Congress. If the Congress has done something wrong, I will say it. I'm telling you what the BJP is doing.
Which all political parties.
So that's now justified. So if all political parties talk of this thing, therefore BJP can do it.
No, I'm just asking
if the Congress did a wrong, if the Congress did a wrong and you said, but Congress did it, so I can also do the wrong.
So a different yardstick for the BJP.
Let's not know the same yardstick. If they are doing wrong, you should not do wrong. Why? Because you say you are different, no?
Like the Aam Aadmi Party should be
BJP
different,
is
right?
different, huh?
The Aam Aadmi Party.
I'm not here sitting for the Aam Aadmi Party. You ask me a question, I'll answer.
So let's get to the whole bit about this democracy under threat, which you have also talked about, that in 2024, the election is to save democracy, which is what all political parties, excluding the BJP or the NDA, is saying. But on the other hand, the Adhir Ranjan says Adhir Ranjan of the Congress says that democracy is under threat because of Mamta. The Congress says P. Vijayan is undermining democracy. In Punjab, the allegation is made by the Congress that Aam Aadmi Party is throttling democracy. That is when Khera got thing. So when the agencies go after people of different political parties, then if that means that they are probably agnostic to political parties. So what I'm asking you is that how is democracy under threat?
You can see it. You can see it. Why democracy is under threat? You can see it. You don't have to even ask me this question. You talk to the people around, they'll tell you that democracy is under threat.
What I'm saying is all political parties are saying democracy is under threat in their state, but not in the other state.
I don't stand here either for the Congress or for the Aam Aadmi Party or for any political party. I am telling you my opinion.
Okay, how is democracy?
My opinion is that democracy is under threat for several reasons. The institution of the Election Commission is captured. When the Prime Minister makes a statement of this nature, which is violative of Section 153A of the Penal Code, no Prime Minister should make these kind of statements. That Congress manifesto says कि आपकी संपत्ति ली जाएगी और उन लोगों को दी जाएगी जो बच्चे ज़्यादा पैदा करते हैं, right? But Election Commission does nothing. Instead of issuing a notice to him, they issue a notice to the party, and that also is not a notice. They say आप अपने जो आपके प्रचारक हैं, जो स्टार प्रचारक हैं, उनको कहिए कि मॉडल कोड ऑफ कॉन्डक्ट फॉलो करो. नोटिस भी नहीं देते इस बात पे. And मैं आपको हज़ारों उदाहरण दे देता हूँ. Election Commission is captured. Your institution is governors is captured. Supreme Court itself says what are the governors doing, right? Your vice chancellors are all appointed. Most of your people, in fact, in ministries now, RSS people are sitting there in the ministries. So let's be clear. You give me any institution in this country, media, mainstream media, captured. We see the discourse on mainstream media.
What is the discourse?
You have
Every
not
day
seen
you're
it.
giving sound
Not-
bites.
not-
Every day Rahul Gandhi is running. Every day Mamata Banerjee is
I'm not
running.
talking about Rahul Gandhi or anybody.
तो कैसे कैप्चर ना वही मैं पूछ
अच्छा चलिए, आप भी देखती हैं कि नहीं?
Of course.
देखती हैं ना, आप समझते हैं नहीं कैप्चर्ड है?
No, I don't believe it at all. I have seen government after government coming and going
नहीं,
from this country.
मैं बात कर रहा हूँ इस गवर्नमेंट की. आप करिए गवर्नमेंट आफ्टर गवर्नमेंट.
Exactly. So
If you say that from 2014 to 2014 to 2024, you believe that the mainstream media is performing its functions.
Let's go back also.
अरे यार, फिर मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ, आप जवाब दीजिए.
absolutely.
If you say yes, it is not captured, I'll believe you.
Yeah, it's not captured.
Good, I believe you.
Yeah.
What?
You are on social
Let the
media.
people decide. अब you say what you say. I have said what I have
Do
said.
you know,
The
sir,
people will decide.
How many? We are not standing for elections, so people won't
No,
decide.
we
You're
are.
a private
We are.
individual.
No.
I'm a private
You're
individual.
mistaken. Every time we have a conversation, there is an impact on the public. So the public
So
will
public
say
can't
that you
decide.
said this and I said
Public
this,
is neither
and the
voting.
public will decide who is right.
Public is neither voting for you nor for
It's
me.
not a vote.
So
Every
then
time
फिर
it's
क्या?
not a vote.
Then what are you
It's
talking? How will
opinion
public
making.
decide?
It is opinion making.
सर पब्लिक कैसे आपको और मेरे को डिसाइड करेगी कि आपको ज्यादा हिट्स मिलेंगे आपके यूट्यूब चैनल में या मेरे को मिलेंगे?
फिर आप,
तो फिर
you
पब्लिक का
have,
तो
you
सवाल
have,
ही
you
नहीं।
have again every conversation in the public, any public discourse has an impact on the people who watch it. Please
So they
let
don't
me
decide.
let me finish. Let me finish. Who watch it? Some part of that goes into their opinion making. Some of that opinion making goes into the public mind, right? And therefore it formulates the opinion of the public when they actually go out to vote. If you say that no, the media is so impartial, there is no question of it being captured.
never said
And I say that the media is captured in the mainstream media, not others, not social media. Then the people will think whether you are saying what is saying is right or right.
When I said it's not captured.
It's partial?
It's so partial because when you say media, sir, there are over 400 channels. If one is partial, the other one is partial to the other party.
Right. So, but it is partial.
So it has always been like this.
Good. So at least we
Never.
now have a situation where you admit
No.
that whatever media is
You
there
are
is
again
partial.
like
I am
you are
interpreting.
twisting my words.
I am interpreting
You're a lawyer,
you.
of course you will do
I am
that.
interpreting you.
Absolutely not. If there is, what I am saying is that the media gives fair. The media gives a fair voice to everybody.
Let's go on to the next subject.
The other thing that you were talking about is we were talking about democracy and the capture of democracy. Now you're fighting.
मतलब कि सूरत में आप सारे लोगों को विड्रॉ कर कैप्चर डेमोक्रेसी. आप महाराष्ट्र में आपने सरकारें बदल दी लोगों को खरीद के. जिनके खिलाफ ईडी के केस चल रहे थे उनको आपने कैबिनेट में ले लिया. ये केवल महाराष्ट्र में नहीं हुआ. आपने उत्तराखंड में सरकार बदल दी, इलेक्टेड सरकार आपने मध्य प्रदेश में बदल दी, आपने कर्नाटका में बदल दी, आपने अरुणाचल प्रदेश में बदल दी. और सुप्रीम कोर्ट का क्या वर्डिक्ट आया हर केस में कि ये गलत हो रहा है. तो आप कहते हो, इसीलिए मैं कह रहा हूँ आपके पास इतना ज़्यादा धन है. हिंदुस्तान की सबसे बड़ी पार्टी, जो हिंदुस्तान से सब रिच पार्टी, हिंदुस्तान की सब दुनिया में सब द रिचेस्ट पार्टी इन द वर्ल्ड इज़ द बीजेपी. Through the electoral bond.
I will let the BJP answer that. I am not here to defend the BJP.
Neither am I here to defend the Congress.
So but you fight the battles of the India Alliance, and which is why
I fight the battles of the citizen of this country.
No, legal battles.
The citizen of this country. Never, even my legal battles are based on what the citizen, what should happen in this country.
When you make an accusation, so that is why I'm asking you is like, for example, when you talk about the various state governments having been dismissed or having been turned over.
No, not dismissed. This is different from dismissing a state government.
Which is,
for example, Congress Party. 1 second. Congress Party dismissed government some time back. You know when they dismissed, and Supreme Court struck it down. Acceptable.
No,
this is a case of elected governments being toppled over, never in the history of this country, by buying, any number of people to ensure that they are reduced to a minority.
Did anybody go to court that they have been bought over? When they went to court, they lost the case. So are you saying
what is the lose?
when Maharashtra went to court, when they went to court, they lost the
so
case?
You think, let me
so
now.
So if the court have already
One
said...
second. Court is
so
not,
then you don't believe
court
the
is
court.
not dealing with the issue of buying over.
Yeah, so then...
Right. I am telling you the reality on the ground. If you disagree with me, say so. That they were not bought over. This is just altruism that people just came and said कि यार हा बीजेपी इतनी बढ़िया पार्टी हम गला लगाना चाहते हैं. मोदी जी ने बयान दिया कि 720 मिलियन और whatever का इतना घोटाला हुआ और ये इनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए. उसी शख्स को आपने अपने डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर बना लिया. आप कहते हैं नहीं ये तो कितने मतलब कि कुछ लोगों को लगा कि बीजेपी इतनी गजब की पार्टी है, इतना लगाव है हमसे कि हम तो उनके गले लगना चाहते हैं.
गजब की पार्टी कौन सी है फिर?
मैं ये बात ही नहीं कर रहा, मैं तो बीजेपी की बात कर रहा हूँ.
पूछ रही हूँ कि कौन सी पार्टी.
देखो मैं आपको एक सच बात बताऊँ, हिंदुस्तान में you need a change of the political system. This political system is not going to deliver for the people of this country.
That's interesting. So what is it?
We'll have another discussion on that. They have a lot of things to... I'll tell you a lot of things about it as to how this should happen. I'll tell you. But let's talk of your interview now first.
Okay, that's interesting. But I need to ask you about, I know you've spoken about it many times to other journalists, about what happened when you quit the Congress. Was it because everybody associates you, even now many people will forget that what exactly happened and why you got disgruntled or unhappy, or what was the situation at that time?
Look, I've always said this and I repeat it to you. When I was in the Congress party, I used to speak out. When I'm not in the Congress party, I never comment on what happened. That was my position then. It is my position now.
Is there a bitter fallout between you and your
colleagues? I am not going to talk about anything. I have no bitterness with anybody. If it was not then even, it's not now even.
When you went to that India Alliance meeting, at that time KC Venugopal complained, I believe, that because you were seated out there in that meeting, that the Congress...
He must have complained. I don't know about it. He must have complained. I have no problem. I mean, if he complained, he complained.
You don't want to be part of the India Alliance. Now you're in the Rajya Sabha.
I am supporting them every way, publicly, even otherwise.
So are you part of the alliance or you not?
No, not formally, no.
No? Since Samajwadi Party backed you.
No. See, look, let's be clear on this. I'm not going to name any political parties, but my position, as soon as I resigned from the Congress, was that I will never join any other political party. I made a public statement. It is part of public record. And I've stood by that. So if people came to me and said, look, join us, I said no. That's my public statement and I repeat it to you. In my life, I will not join any other political party.
Why?
That's my reason. I don't have to say why, right? I want to be, if at all I am a member of parliament, it can only be, my public life is not limited. My public life, I do 500 other things. I do my Dil Se programs, I write a lot, I make public speeches,
poetry.
I do poetry, I do 500 other things, I argue in court, right? So I don't need a membership of parliament to be in public life.
You've become the go-to person for everybody in the India Alliance to fight in court, whatever they have. You've become the go-to person.
That's correct.
But is that the reason why you don't want to join any political party?
No, that's not at all.
Could be
That's not at all true. Not at all true. I have been the go-to person right from the 90s. Which member of a political party have I not represented? From Jayalalitha to Karunanidhi to Karunakaran to the CPM. You name a political party, I have represented everybody since the 90s. So it's not something new.
So, when you see, you're saying a new system needs, a new political system needs to come in place because the existing one doesn't. You don't have a plan of action, or you don't want to tell me a plan of action. But if you were to pick up any party, don't need to name, what are the 3 things that you would think are needed in that party to deliver today?
Forget party. I think we need massive changes in the law. Massive changes, right? Okay. We need a massive change in the Representation of People's Act. Massive change, right? And nowadays, corrupt practices is related to what the candidate does. No? So if Modi ji makes a speech and he's not a candidate in that constituency, he can make any speech and nobody can say anything to him. We need massive changes. we need also a provision in the law, which means we need to scrap the 10th schedule.
Okay.
And we need to have a provision in the law that if you change your party during the term of your candidature, of your being for 5 years, if you change your party mid-term, then you will not be able to fight the next election, and you should not be able to hold public office. All this defection will stop.
So what Rajiv Gandhi had done was inadequate, you feel, at that time?
Whether I have not seen what Rajiv did, what Modi ji did, I'm not on that. I'm
No,
just
on
telling
that
you
law.
massive changes. I need massive changes in the law. I'm giving you 2 examples.
Okay.
We need to get rid of this 10th schedule. It's being misused, right? We need to get rid of the fact that the speaker and the chairman of the house don't give up their affiliation with the political party.
Don't give up.
They don't at the moment.
They
don't should give up, and therefore they should not be allowed to hold any public office after they have served those 5 years.
But pehle to hua na, they went and voted. You remember that? How
I know that, but this is what I'm saying.
government
You
failed
asked me as to what this massive changes.
पर उस टाइम तो किसी ने बोला नहीं कि change
फिर वही
होना
बात. अबे उस टाइम मैं इतना मतलब कि आपने मुझे पूछा
चाहिए.
नहीं
You
तो
were
मैं
very voluble even then.
क्या मैं तो तभी भी कहता था आपको गलत फहमी है. मैं तो हमेशा कहता रहा हूँ. जब इलेक्टोरल बॉन्ड की स्कीम आई तो मैंने भाषण दिया पार्लियामेंट में. ये क्या कर रहे हो? That doesn't mean कि भाषण. You are my friend. I'm saying all kinds of things to you.
You didn't argue all that vociferously.
I did. You go and see that speech. I said कर क्या रहे हो तुम?
हाँ.
उसी समय बोला था. वही मैंने आके आर्ग्यू किया.
अग्री कर गए उस वक्त?
क्या?
To the electoral bonds, it suited everybody.
नहीं मैं क्या पार्टी ने एग्री किया. मैंने क्या कहा कि पार्टी ने what could you? They have majority. Even today, what can we do? We have to agree. We have no choice in the matter. Where we feel on principle we are opposed, we say it.
So when I speak to other political parties, they say ठीक है, अच्छा electoral bond हटा दो. ठीक है, गलत है. कोर्ट ने भी कह दिया हटा दो. इसका ऑप्शन क्या है फिर?
तो कई चीज़ें हो सकती हैं. मैंने सुधार भी दिया है. तो ऑप्शन बड़ा सिंपल है कि अगर कोई भी कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर किसी को पैसे देना चाहता है फॉर द इलेक्शन पर्पस, वो इलेक्शन कमीशन को दे. ठीक है ना? तो तेकर 10,000 करोड़ इलेक्शन कमीशन पे आ गया. ठीक है, तो ईच कैंडिडेट को उतना ही पैसा दे दो. ईच कैंडिडेट ऑफ पार्लियामेंट इक्वल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, नो प्रॉब्लम.
नहीं होगा.
क्यों नहीं होगा? आपने मुझसे पूछा, मैंने आपको सुधार दिया.
हो सकता है.
If people are willing, see this is.
So where does the money come from?
From the corporate sector, same thing.
And put it into a corpus.
Into a corpus of the election commission and distribute it amongst.
Why would a company?
A ruling party.
No. Why would a company?
Why not? It is doing it now.
Let's think about an Ambani, right? An Ambani would want to give it to a winner party. Why would a Ambani want to give it to a ruling?
Why do you say
losing party?
That means you are wanting to give it to a party which will win elections when you have deep financial interest in the system. It's a great conflict issue.
Is there an like?
I'm giving you a solution now.
Because
this require a 5-day discussion as to what new system should come. But since you asked
obviously
me the question,
I want a once a week interview with you. That means
therefore I'm saying you asked me a question. I'm giving you a solution. If the corporates want to help by funding the electoral process, they can do it by giving the same amount of money to the election commission, which distributes equally amongst all candidates.
Is it fair for like a political party which has in the previous election has 200 seats and
they'll get more because each candidate will get the same amount and therefore they'll have more money. Simple.
And it doesn't matter where they are fighting. Because a candidate who fights in Maharashtra will obviously need more money as compared to a person who's fighting.
That doesn't matter. That's equally distributed. That's all. Candidates should fight the same. यहाँ तो मतलब कि this is the other thing. ये जो कैश की बात करते हैं, हमने कैश खत्म करने के लिए किया था. तो आजकल आंध्रा और कर्नाटक में कितना पैसा खर्च होता है?
Please, if you start me on demonetization, I can talk louder than you, or I can be more critical because I feel it's the most bizarre scheme which has ever come into this country.
There are many more bizarre things.
It was. I think it is impacted on so many aspects. Anyway,
वो बात की बात है.
वो बात हो गया. आप क्या कर सकते हो आप? Now, I want to come after the electoral bonds thing. The other thing which you've been talking a lot about, which is the PMLA. On that, I just want to get some clarity. Why is it that none of them are getting bail? Kejriwal, Sisodia, Kavita.
Ask the courts.
Yeah, I just want to ask you.
I keep on asking them. I don't get any response. Really.
As somebody who's been advocating.
Actually, what is, you know what the PML is? प्रधानमंत्री की लाल आंख is PMLA. It has nothing to do with Prevention of Money Laundering Act.
Please, you flip
It is प्रधानमंत्री की लाल आंख, मतलब कि ईडी भेज दो, जो मर्जी करवा लो.
तो ये लाल आंख जुडिशरी पे भी है उसका मतलब?
नहीं, जुडिशरी की तो बात ही नहीं हो रही, इन्वेस्टिगेशन की बात हो रही. अगर किसी को पकड़ना है तो ईडी भेज दो, किसी के बयान ले लो, ओरल बयान ले लो, वो ओरल जो मर्जी कह दे कि भाई इसकी संपत्ति है, उसकी संपत्ति है, उस आधार पे उसको अरेस्ट कर लो और को बाद में देखा जाएगा.
तो अप्रूवर इज अ रॉन्ग थिंग टू गो बाय.
Forget approver. They don't even sometimes have an approver.
They had an approver.
In this case, we are not talking about a particular case. They have several ways of doing it. One of the ways is कि आप किसी जगह पे चले जाओ, वो जगह में कोई लैंड है 5 एकड़ का या 2 एकड़ का, उससे बयान ले लो, ये 2 एकड़ तो ये मुख्यमंत्री का है, उसका बयान ले लो. आपके पास कोई एविडेंस नहीं है, आप मुख्यमंत्री को नोटिस दे दो, उसका बयान आप बताओ नहीं, और मुख्यमंत्री बोलो ये तो आपकी ज़मीन है, बोला मेरी कोई ज़मीन नहीं है, चलो तुम्हें अरेस्ट कर लिया. ये तो हो रहा है. Therefore, प्रधानमंत्री की लाल आंख.
You called it a Frankenstein monster also.
It is. It is a strong arm of the government. It has nothing to do with law enforcement.
So,
there is no evidence against Kejriwal or Sisodia or Jain. There is no money trail. Nobody says how much money is given to whom. There is no bank account. There is no nothing. ये तो oral statement है ना लोगों की, और अप्रूवर 12वीं स्टेटमेंट पे, बोले 10 स्टेटमेंट में उसने कोई नाम नहीं लिया, 12वीं स्टेटमेंट पे अप्रूवर बन गया और फिर पैसा दे दिया. क्या
इसी बात पे आपने बोला था कि इट इज नॉट अ गोल्डन पीरियड. अब बिकॉज इट इज अ कपिल सिब्बल हुज सेड इट, you're on thin ice, but it's a Kapil Sibal who has said it, so contempt पे आपको अंदर नहीं किया.
What is contemptuous in this? What is contemptuous in this?
When you say it's not a golden period.
It is not a golden period. I say so. It's not a golden period for democracy in this country. It is not a golden period for the media of this country. It is not a golden period for the election commission of this country. It's not a golden period for the governors of this country. It's not a golden period for India.
For when you say judiciary, any other?
Not why? What's wrong? Is judiciary something that is so that we must accept everything that the judiciary
You
says?
tell me, sir. You've practiced there for 50 years.
I don't accept it. I say
More
so.
than 50 years.
I say so. I don't accept it. I myself tell them that I believe this is wrong, and what's wrong with that? In fact, what the Chief Justice of India, Chandrachud, has said, that once a judgment is rendered, it is public property, and anybody can criticize it.
उन्होंने लेट्स सी बोला था जब आपने कहा था.
What is justice? It's all right. That's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. हम किसी की तौहीन नहीं करना चाहते. We have the great respect for the institution. But अगर कोई फैसला गलत है तो गलत है.
आपको फटकार नहीं लगी क्योंकि आप वो नूरानी और अदर के लीग में आ गए, जेठमलानी वगैरह की लीग में आ गए, तो आपको फटकार नहीं मिली. किसी और लॉयर ने कहा था ना उसी टाइम they would have come cracking.
And I don't think so. I don't think so. They are very, I must tell you, they are very large heart. Judiciary is a very large heart. They don't get...
On the collegium issues, what is your view on this?
Collegium system भी गलत है, NJAC भी गलत है.
तो फिर क्या होना चाहिए?
होना चाहिए, so it should be a far more transparent and collaborative process of selection.
Like the American
of
one?
No, election. In fact, American system is worse.
Huh.
So I don't accept that. I don't accept maybe something akin to the British system. Now they have a commission.
What is that?
That is representatives of all sections of society, including lay people.
Okay.
And then there is a whole
jury.
Selection process. Yeah, not jury, in which the Chief Justice is there, and the judges are there, the lawyers are there. There are other representatives, and then there's a broad-based process of selection, and this selection is done in a very transparent manner. But that's something that should be thought of.
Yeah.
Both systems have not worked in this country. Okay. Neither the NGAC nor the collegium system.
So अब कपिल सिब्बल जी कह रहे हैं कि political system भी revamp करो, judicial system भी revamp करो, election
we need a revolution of ideas in this country, which the present dispensation doesn't have the wherewithal to do.
क्रांतिकारी कपिल सिब्बल आ गया.
क्रांतिकारी नहीं, मैं सही बोलता हूँ. जो बात हिंदुस्तान के जनता के हित में है वो बोलता हूँ.
So I want to, you said that, let's enlarge this a little bit more. When you said that the American system वो नहीं चलेगा. But you know, like if we were to just see on certain things, you know, like in America, suppose we just go to say Delaware, where so many companies are registered out there, and they have the judges out there who know what corporate law is all about. So it's not just कि tax के लिए companies go there. They also know that wherever disputes occur, they can go to the judge and the judge knows. So whereas here what happens is NCLT है, yes, but what happens is जज ने 20 केसेस सुन लिए, फिर हमारा केस आता है और वो 20 केसेस डिवोर्स भी हो जाता है, लैंड रिक का भी हो जाता है, इसका भी हो. बाय द टाइम यू कम टू अ कॉर्पोरेट इशू विच इज सो कॉम्प्लेक्स एंड कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, लेट डेट.
एनसीएलटी में तो ऐसा इशू नहीं आता.
नहीं होता. आई एम सेइंग बट एनसीएलटी से सारे केसेस कोर्ट में, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में.
अब तो कंपनीज एक्ट भी आ गया वहाँ. अभी एनसीएलटी इज ओनली नॉट ओनली द but the other issues of the Companies Act are also there. Other jurisdictions have also come here. So this is a big problem.
So that's what I'm saying. It is so complex.
नहीं, इनके पास वक्त ही नहीं है. इनके पास वक्त ही नहीं है. केसेस सुने ही नहीं जाते. सालों साल निकल जाते हैं. So that's again I said you need a revamp of the system. And actually the present Chief Justice is trying to do something on the technology front, and I have to acknowledge that, and he's doing great work there. But I think on the ground कोई magistrate bail नहीं देता. Even the Chief Justice of India has said so. क्यों नहीं देता? वो डरता है, बेल दे देगा, कोई नाराज़ हो जाएगा, प्रमोशन नहीं होगी. वो तो अपनी प्रमोशन उसकी फिक्र रहती है. कोई देता ही नहीं है. हाई कोर्ट में जाओ तो वही हालत है लगभग. सब जगह तो नहीं है, बट वही हालत है. हम तो मतलब कि हम तो थक जाते हैं बहस करते करते कि बेल मिलती है. हमें मालूम है कि केस अच्छा है, नहीं मिलती. सुप्रीम कोर्ट में जाओ, सुनवाई नहीं होती. अब मैं आपको एक उदाहरण देता हूँ. आई एम रिप्रेजेंटिंग हेमंत सोरेन. हाँ, तो उसकी गिरफ्तारी 31 जनवरी को हुई. हम तुरंत चले गए, सुप्रीम कोर्ट आ गए 1 या 2 अप्रैल को कि यू प्लीज़ हियर अस. उन्होंने कहा आप हाई कोर्ट जाइए. तो हम हाई कोर्ट चले गए 2 अप्रैल. वहाँ उन्होंने डेट दे दी 1 हफ्ते की. 11 अप्रैल को डेट आया तो हमने कहा कि साहब अब सुनवाई कीजिए. बोले 2 हफ्ते के बाद सुनेंगे. ठीक है ना. 2 हफ्ता हो गया. 27-28 sorry, this was February की बात है. February 1 we came to Supreme Court. February 4 we went to the High Court. February 11 we went to the judge said okay I'll hear it on February 27-28. तो February 27-28 हमने बहस कर दी. February बीत मार्च बीत गया, अप्रैल बीत गया. फिर लगभग आई थिंक 9 अप्रैल को मैंने जज को कहा साहब आपने जजमेंट अभी तक नहीं दी. अगर जब तक जजमेंट नहीं देंगे हम अपील कैसे करेंगे. तो उन्होंने कुछ नहीं कहा. फिर मैं सुप्रीम कोर्ट आया कि साहब वो जजमेंट ही नहीं दे रहे साहब. हाँ, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने उस पर नोटिस किया. सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने अभी मंडे को केस लगाया, अभी फ्राइडे को उसने जजमेंट दे दी. तो सिस्टम वर्क कर रहा है आपके हिसाब से. क्या किया जाए?
चीफ मिनिस्टर सर, इमेजिन तो
आम आदमी के लिए क्या होता होगा. तो ये अगर ये हाल है तो मैं सही कहना है कि दिस इज नॉट अ गोल्डन ईरा. गलत तो नहीं मैं बोल रहा. तो क्या करें देश में, हम जाएं किसके पास. मैं तो छोड़ दूं, मैं तो फिर भी चले जाऊंगा. मेरे पास संपत्ति है, मेरे पास साधन है. आम आदमी कहाँ जाए. पहले तो वकील के पास जाए, पैसा ही नहीं है. उसके पास अपने बच्चे के लिए, स्वास्थ्य के लिए पैसा नहीं है, शिक्षा के लिए पैसा नहीं है. वो वकील को क्या पैसा देगा. तो क्या करें. सिस्टम ही बहुत इतना बिगड़ चुका है.
एंड यू टॉकिंग अबाउट लाइक मिलियंस ऑफ पीपल हु आर हिट विद दिस, राइट. नाउ यू टेल मी दैट इवन अ थिंग लाइक फॉरेन पॉलिसी मेक्स पीपल से कि हाँ हम मोदी जी को वोट लेंगे, या हम राहुल जी को वोट देंगे, या हम इनको वोट देंगे ऑन इमोटिव इश्यूज, ऑन कास्ट, ऑन इवन अ फॉरेन पॉलिसी. आई एम सेइंग people vote on national security. Why is it that the judicial system, which affects all of us, doesn't become an emotive issue for voting?
डरते हैं लोग, डरते हैं कि जुडिशरी के खिलाफ कोई बोल नहीं सकता. कंटेम्प्ट के डरते हैं. वैसे भी डरते हैं कि जुडिशरी के खिलाफ बोलोगे तो फैसला आपके खिलाफ आ जाएगा.
Pendency के ऊपर भी, which affects everybody, there aren't even, you don't even have.
That's not the mistake of the judiciary. The fact is that you do not have enough judges per million population. In other countries, it's over 50, sometimes 100 to a million population. Ours is, I think, about 20 something. I'm not too sure of the figure at the moment. But how do you serve millions of people like
so
this?
How should...
You don't have enough competent people to hold the post. You don't have enough paraphernalia. You'll have to more judges chambers. You'll have to more libraries. You'll have to more space for people. पैसा ही नहीं है. पैसा ही, देश ही के पास पैसा नहीं है. हमने इतना तो बोरो कर रखा है हमने. Almost 50% of GDP is a borrowing.
So what is the, again I come back to the same thing. So if this is such a complex issue and if it is affecting each citizen of this country, because you're talking about land reforms are needed, judicial reforms are needed, you're talking about all these solutions, and even the political system needs an overhaul.
I tell you what we should do. May I?
Yes.
People like you should be talking about these issues.
Which is why I've come to you.
No, but again, we go back to caste and let's talk of the real issues of this country. The more mainstream media talks about real issues of India, which is why I say they are captured. अब मोदी जी वहाँ गए 2 दिन मोदी जी को दिखाएंगे, गलत बात है. Issues of this country are far more important than one man. It's the faceless millions who need to be addressed, and the mainstream media can do that.
You've started your podcast. Tell me, why did you want to do this?
Only because of this. I had no desire to be in the media. But this information is not reaching the media. जो मैंने आपको कहा है, कौन सी mainstream channel में आएगा? आएगा ही नहीं. ये तो आपने आपकी उदार दिल हो कि आपने मुझे बुला के ये सब सवाल पूछे. नहीं तो जवाब आते ही नहीं. ये जनता तक बात पहुंचती ही नहीं. मतलब कि आप ऐसे सिस्टम को सबवर्ट कर चुके हो कि एक बंदा पार्टी ज्वाइन करता है, अगले दिन इलेक्शन होके वो इलेक्ट आके मंत्री बन जाता है, डिफेक्ट करके फिर वो मंत्री बन जाता है, एंड सिस्टम अलाउज इट.
Every state government, it's happening.
Yes, it's wrong. It's all wrong, whoever it is.
So, but when you're saying that the media doesn't talk about it, you've been in the media for so long. I mean, I don't mean in the media.
पैसे कॉर्पोरेट देती है यार. क्या मतलब कि मैं आपको क्या बताऊं?
No, worldwide corporate owns media.
But worldwide there is no control of the media by the corporate sector. In the US that's not so. In some cases it is. For example, some channels are controlled. But in British, no, it's not. Europe, no. Media is free. यहाँ तो डरते हैं. एजेंडा चेंज हो जाता है, टेलीफोन कॉल आ जाती है. अब आपको नहीं मालूम होगा, मुझे तो मालूम.
यहाँ पे तो politicians own channels.
वो भी गलत बात है.
So, in the 40 minutes that I've had this conversation, you're telling me everything is wrong.
Because you are not talking about real issues of this country. These are the real issues. These are the real issues. People, if this country doesn't change, very serious things will happen.
We are being told that we are going to become a developed nation in a couple of years from now.
Personally developed, yes.
The country's
personal development will happen.
The country is not headed
means
for.
You may get a few more airplanes. You may get a few more residential accommodations. You may get a few more other things.
No. Everything is going to be redistributed if Rahul Gandhi becomes. So if you have
again, it's not the right.
2 houses, then 1 house.
The resources of the community should be so distributed as to subserve the common good. It is 39B of the Constitution. We should stand by it. We should stand.
But that is if Kapil Sibal is in the government, no?
It is not Kapil Sibal. It is what a government should do. Equity and justice is at the heart of democracy. The moment there is no equity, there is no justice. And if there is no justice, there is no democracy.
So right now, what the BJP government has done, which is build toilets, build homes, build roads, build road network, build air network.
Good. Nothing wrong. See, nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you build highways, good. If you are building toilets, good. I support that. If you're taking the programs that were initiated earlier and making it, ensuring quick delivery of those programs, we support it. But there are major issues that you don't talk about. And all you talk about is Istri Dhan, and all you talk about are these things in elections.
Yeah, in the elections, I mean, you've also seen, you've been part of so many government changes.
Let's talk about who has talked about education in this country. Who has talked about education?
Beti Badhao, Beti Padhao was there.
Beti Padhao is a slogan. What have you done for that Beti? Nothing.
So, 2019 election, a major reason why Modi won is because of the women's vote. Even when I traveled to many areas, I thought this candidate is sure not winning. A BJP candidate, I said, nahi jeetne wale ye. Because my instinct told me that he has
sold a dream. He sold a dream. Nothing wrong with it. He sold a dream.
But sir, what I was told when I had to redo my thinking because what I wrote and what I reported came out to be
Wrong.
So when I went back to see where did I go wrong, was it just the Modi wave? And they said it's not the Modi wave. For example, you completely misunderstood that chula in the house of that woman, as a result of that, not just the woman voting for Modi.
Now she can't buy the cylinders anymore.
I'm...
Now she can't. She can't afford it. No,
I'm talking about 2019 election.
So I agree with you.
Right. So when the chula came, not the woman voted, and not just the woman vote, the son.
But I agree. I'm not disputing. I'm saying something else to you. Who is talking about education in this country? You're talking about chula and all. Fine, we support it. Who is talking about education? Who is talking about healthcare? What have you done for that? You've reduced the capital expenditure on it. You've reduced the budgetary allocation on it.
So the COVID vaccination, which was part of healthcare, vaccinating
had
the 1.2 billion...
Had to be COVID vaccination, had to be, but there's no choice with any government. See what happened? That's another very vivadik topic on COVID. So let's not talk about it, because I think that I still I agree with the kind of जो लाशें हमने देखी उत्तर प्रदेश में ही, और जिस तरह से लोगों को सिलेंडर नहीं मिल रहे थे, कई लोग ने अपनी जान गंवा दी, और अब कोविशील्ड कहते हैं, अभी तो है ना, कोविशील्ड itself has some very serious effects on some people.
In a few cases.
I know of a relative of my wife who died the next day. He got a COVID-shield and the next day he had a heart attack.
Yeah, because they're saying that.
So anyway, be that as it may.
That's a legal thing which is going
legal,
on.
Legal. What I'm saying is, let's see. COVID times were desperate times. This country and this government was not ready for that situation, and therefore they flapped around when the situation confronted them. But it's good we had somebody doing the vaccine. It's all
what is your view on whether the finance minister has delivered for this country? Because you made criticism, you've been critical about where the economy is headed. Do you feel that the economy is not headed in the right direction?
We have not even reached the stage of pre COVID times. The growth has not even reached that stage.
So when the finance minister says that the country is on an upward trajectory, don't know if she returns or not, and if the government comes back or not, nobody knows as yet. 4th of June we get to know. But do you think whichever government comes to power, in case it's not an NDA government, whichever government comes to power, do you see a complete overhaul of the economic policies of this country?
Policies of government, because government is a continuum, cannot change overnight as a matter of practice.
Correct.
Right? So it needs a new vision to be implemented in the long term. So politics cannot change and policies cannot be changed overnight. And there are certain constraints because now we are integrated into the global economy. But the path to growth, the vision for the path to growth can change.
Because you were in that 2004 when after Vajpayee ji your government came to power. So was there continuity? How did you go about it?
Everything was a continuum. PMLA also was in fact passed during that time. Except that Mr. Chidambaram brought in some provisions which ultimately, are hurting us today. But it is a continuum because there are some global, commitments that we have that we must acknowledge. In terms of economic growth also, we now realize that we can't move forward in the way China did. So our economic growth is based on technology. But the problem is that technology is only available to a certain very small section of the community, right? So a large, 800 million people in this country earn less than 5,000 to 10,000 rupees a month. 800 million, which is the population of the US and Europe put together. And they live on hand to mouth.
Worldwide, there is appreciation that India seems to be doing the right thing and pulling
Naturally, worldwide is bound to be. I'll tell you why.
People are so many millions are being pulled out of abject poverty in this country.
Completely wrong. Completely wrong.
The matrix.
Completely wrong. But be that as it may, why are foreign investors happy? I'll give you the reason. They don't want to invest in China anymore. The interest rates in the US are very low. Right? Interest rates are here are very high. Now, the asset base of this country, the value of the asset base is very low. So people are coming here and buying up huge properties. Foreign companies are buying up huge properties. The banking system works on technology, so the bank gets more commission, the companies benefit. So the companies are very happy, foreign governments are very happy, the bankers are very happy, but 40 or 50% of the people of this country are not part of that system.
But if the companies come in and...
But the growth is only increasing the billionaires. As I said, 39B. The resources of the community must subserve the common good.
Finally, I want to come to asking you, you've held so many portfolios, you've been in government, out of government. When you look back, do you have regrets or are you happy with the way you led your life when in government?
I must tell you that every day I live, I never regret the way I live. And I never think of yesterday. Because there's no point. I may have made a lot of mistakes, and I have. I made a lot of good things which I have done. That's all in the past. It's how I interact with you as a good citizen of this country which matters.
Right. I always ask people on my show, for physical and mental health, what do you do to remain calm, because you lead a very busy life yourself. So what would you do to keep yourself calm and to keep yourself
I never
balanced?
get angry.
Of course you do.
I don't. I've never got angry.
You lose your cool so often.
No, not at all. Where have I lost my cool? Never.
Oh, it's all practiced.
Anger is different because anger leads to irrational thinking, right? But if I'm aggressive, that's not anger.
Okay.
That's not anger. It's that I disagree with you because I feel that I'm right. I may be wrong also. Tomorrow I may think I'm wrong also. That's not anger. I never got angry in my life.
And how do you keep yourself calm? What do you
Because
do?
I always...
Is it like yoga? Is it exercise?
No, I never do any exercise. It's the mind that exercises.
So what do you meditate?
No.
No.
I just
be.
involve myself in thinking.
Okay. And what do you do for relaxation? I know you write poetry. What else? Art?
कल ही मैंने picture देखी.
अच्छा.
What is that? What is it called? Lal...
लापता लेडीज.
लापता लेडीज.
अच्छा, आमिर खान.
आमिर खान बड़ी अच्छी थी.
Okay.
तो कभी कभार देख लेता हूँ.
Okay. And travel and art. I believe you love collecting art.
Oh yeah. I've actually.
You're a connoisseur.
It's no. Art is my bloodstream. Or any form of art, whether it's painting or it's music or it's sculpture or it's part of my bloodstream.
So, Kapil Sibal of 2025 is the same as Kapil Sibal of 2024, of 2022.
No,
how
Kapil Sibal of tomorrow is different from Kapil Sibal of yesterday.
What do you want to do?
Because I learn a little more. If I learn a little more, I become wiser.
What do you want to do when you are in Parliament now, in the next session?
They won't let me speak. The dear chairman doesn't let me speak. Though he's an old colleague of mine and he's a nice guy and I like him very much.
He's also from your profession.
No, but he is otherwise very good friends. But nowadays he's a little angry with me.
Okay, it's been great speaking with you. Thank you so much for giving the time.
That's very kind of you. Lovely conversation.
And we shall meet again, hopefully, when you shall give a few more ideas of what you think should be overhauling of the systems.
Done. I promise you that. Thank you
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching or listening to this edition of the ANI podcast with Smita Prakash. Do hit the like or subscribe button. Namaste. Jai Hind. Click here to watch the previous episodes.